Introduce you first.
Fine.
A very warm evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a very lively session of Getty Talks. My name is Shilpi. I'm the relationship manager with the Global Education and Training Institute. What is the need of reading books in this era when you have all the knowledge at the tip of your finger? Well, my reason for reading books is because I love the smell of the pages, especially old books whose pages have gone yellow and I have kept them in the library for a very long time. I love the smell, I love the touch of it, and when I read, my imagination becomes active. So if these are your reasons for reading the book, well, they are good enough. But apart from that, what is the reason why book reading should be a kind of, given importance even today? So that is what my guest is going to speak about. Her name is Miss Nalini P. Rana, and she is from the city. Would you like to guess? A city of oranges in India? Well, yes, Nagpur. So she's the vice principal of Sandeepani School in Nagpur, Maharashtra, and she has been into education for the past 22 years. She shares a very common hobby with me, and that is listening to music, both ghazals and Sufi. So thank you, ma'am, for being here. And I would like now to thank you, first of all, for joining the Disruptive Education Movement started by Dr. Gandhi. And now, over to you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Shilpi. Thank you for those wonderful words. And a good evening to one and all who are connected to this platform of Getty. I'm also extremely thankful to Dr. Sunita Gandhi for inviting me on this platform and giving me an opportunity to express my views on the topic why people need to read more books. Books. The moment people hear this word, some associate it with exams, some with the school textbooks, and some as man's best friend. I'll go with man's best friend for all the treasure that they offer to mankind. Before I share my views, I'd like to share what many visionaries have quoted about books and the reading habit. No doubt, books play a very significant role in our life. They are packed with knowledge, love, advice, lessons for life, insights into a happy life, and many more. Here we have on the screen, if we encounter a man of rare intellect, we should ask him what books he reads. A book is a gift you can open again and again. I have always imagined that paradise will be a kind of library. To acquire the habit of reading is to construct for yourself a refuge from almost all the miseries of life. There is no frigate like a book to take us lands away. Employ your time in improving yourself by other men's writings so that you shall gain easily what others have labored hard for. The reading of all good books is like a conversation with the finest minds of past centuries. In my presentation today, I would like to focus on some more deeper and wider implications of this habit of reading books. How do the books help in the professional development and individual development? What impact do they have on mental and physical health? and how do they help us in behavioral and social development? Let's have a look. How do they help one in individual and professional development? Books increase the knowledge of students. They help them learn new words, improving their vocabulary. Reading books builds the imagination power, helps improve the memory. It makes one think deep, improving one's critical and analytical thinking. It enhances creativity and helps in improving comprehension skills, resulting into better writing skills. It improves the focus and concentration. The benefits of having a good vocabulary itself are many. They build good communication skills. It gives one the confidence to speak, which helps in acceptance in the peer group. It commands respect and is thus supportive in building a successful future. Researchers have found that students who read books regularly, beginning at a young age, gradually develop large vocabularies and comprehension skills. And this influences their scores to college admissions and job opportunities. A poll conducted in the year 2019 revealed that 69% of employers they are looking to hire people with soft skills like the ability to communicate effectively. Its cost effectiveness helps those with limited resources too, so that they can be at par with the peers and with the society. Taking the example of KBC, we all have seen that there are many contestants who came from less privileged families and could make it to the hot seat, who later disclosed that it was the reading habit, the reading of books, which made them win. It is through the reading of books that children get an opportunity to experience something in their imagination before it happens to them in their real life. Books offer a great depth of information, experience, knowledge about our pasts, about our culture, about other countries, their customs, their culture, about nature, arts, science, religion, mathematics, technology, anything and everything in our universe and beyond. Now, in present times, though the information is available at the click of a button, many employers have found that the younger generation is lacking in skills such as critical thinking, problem solving, and communication. Though these are being addressed by certain strategies, certain trainings, these skills do not develop overnight. Reading of books helps one to master these skills. Children who have read books of various genres from childhood, they have developed sharper 21st century skills. People who excel in these skills, they are likely to hold the administrative positions and are more likely to be promoted as compared to the ones who have merely better academic scores or a better educational background. Thus, we see that books help you to be better prepared to face the 21st century challenges. In this fast changing and globalized world, where most issues too are global, book, the books play an instrumental role to keep pace with modern times. They prove very helpful to those who travel abroad for jobs. They help them respect and enjoy the diverse culture in those countries. Those who read books regularly and update themselves are more successful professionally. Reading books does not benefit only the students or the youngsters. Even adults who read regularly are more aware of the changes happening around them. After reading the book, you often get to hear their comments. Zamana kahan se kahan tak pahunch gaya. They relate the science fiction books they read during their times to the ones they are reading or they have read recently. This also helps them to get connected in a better way to the younger generation. The present interview techniques also involve techniques like group discussion, which require to master the communication skills, have a good vocabulary. Therefore, well read people will perform better than the ones who haven't read much. We get to see that people with good academic scores but lacking in the core scholastic skills have not done well in life. On the other hand, people who were very average in their studies but good at core scholastic skills, they have been more successful in life. Reading books develops the required patience in students. These days, we often get to hear that children nowadays can't sit for 3 hours to write a paper. Reading books will definitely improve their focus and concentration. So, directly or indirectly, books help you to master the skills, the 21st century skills, and equip you to face the challenges with a better preparedness. The benefits of reading books are not restricted to merely gaining knowledge or increasing the vocabulary. It has an immense impact on the health too. When you read a book, you need to calm down, compose yourself. This relaxes your mind, brings down the stress level, which lowers your blood pressure and your heart rate. And this is the reason why doctors suggest that reading be a part of a regular pre good night sleep routine. In 2009, a group of researchers in US found that 30 minutes of daily reading lowered blood pressure and heart rate and the feelings of psychological distress just as effectively as yoga and humor did. It is thus rightly said that reading is to the mind what exercise is to the body. Reading of books helps prevent age related cognitive decline too. The National Institute on Aging, it recommends reading books and magazines as a way of keeping your mind engaged as you grow older. Seniors who read and solve math problems and crossword puzzles every day are able to maintain and improve their cognitive functioning. As books are said to be the best companions, they are very helpful in alleviating depression symptoms and loneliness. They entertain, they offer a great escape, they make you laugh, they make you giggle, they make you cry. You're never lonely when you have a book to read. Considering the lockdown period, we got to hear about people who found it very difficult to pass time as their pockets and purses had less money. Could be due to the job losses or the salary cuts. There was no going out, leading to tussles with family members. On the other hand, those with reading habits use their time constructively. They read books, updated their skills, and equipped themselves to face the post lockdown challenges. For them, it was a good pastime and cost effective too. Where reading fiction may help one to temporarily escape one's own world and sweep in the imagined experiences of characters, the non fiction books can suggest you ways to manage your depression symptoms and other problems. Reading books comforts us and help us to understand that no matter who we are not alone in this world. The value of fairy tales read in the childhood should not be underestimated. They are stepping stones throughout life, leading the path through troubles and trials. Its value is not restricted to the literary escape from reality only, but is the gift of hope that goodness is more powerful than evil. This gift of hope should not be taken lightly, as it has the power to conquer despair in the midst of sorrow and to light the path of darkness in the valleys of life. And it is hope what gives life to dreams, making the fairy tale a reality. The ultimate goal of education or reading books is not just material success, but is to produce good human beings, develop one's inner self. The more you read, the more you understand. The more you understand yourself, the people around you, and the world you live in. Through reading, you learn more about society and how to adapt to this society. It actually empowers you to empathize with other people. It leads to building healthy and positive relationships in the family, extended family, at workplace, between the colleagues, also between the boss and the employee, and finally in the society. Well read people, they respect diversity, be it of thought or culture or anything else. It makes people more tolerant and broad minded in true sense. And such people prove to be an asset to the society. They can withstand through the rough phases of their life and unexpected situations in their life are faced in a better way. They can handle rejections and failures too with positivity. Researchers have shown that people who read literary fiction, stories that explore the inner lives of characters, they show a heightened ability to understand the feelings and beliefs of others. And this is very essential for building and maintaining social relationships. Those who are into the reading habit are mostly in a blissful state of mind. The harshness of the spoken words does not excite them much, and this reduces the possibility of friction and tussles, leading to positivity and happiness around them. They generate happiness around them, they generate positivity around them, they generate cheerfulness in their family, in their friend circles, and are loved by all. Books help children and adults to open up, move beyond self absorption, and connect to other people. They broaden our capacity to empathize and understand others. They help us to reflect on the right and the wrong, good and the evil. They create questions, help you to self introspect. They also answer your questions. You learn to look at the world around you with multiple perspectives. It teaches us to respect others' point of view. When children read the same book and enjoy common reading experiences, they discuss the book. And when they discuss, clear bonds are built within a generation. And when children, parents, and grandparents share and discuss classic books or other books, familial and community bonds are strengthened. And this leads to a gradual transformation of the society into a better, into a happier society. Thus, we see that books have the power to bring holistic development. As said earlier, books are the storehouse of treasure and they help to unlock this treasure. And the key to unlock this treasure lies in reading these books. So, to make use of this treasure, we need to nurture this reading habit because this is the key to treasure. And here comes the role of schools and parents. It is a matter of great concern that the reading habit is disappearing in this present generation. And to inculcate this habit, both school and parents together need to take initiative. As Rome was not built in a day, the reading habit cannot develop overnight. Though it is never too late to begin, the question always arises that when, at what age, and how can this habit be developed? The answer is the early years are the formative years where this habit can be best developed. Doctors at the Cleveland Clinic, they recommend that children and parents should read together at home. Reading with your children builds warm and happy association with books, increasing the likelihood that kids will find reading enjoyable in the future. Parents can replace one of their toy gifts with books. They should buy their children some good books, make them read some good books. There's an old saying, wear an old coat, but read a good book. In schools, especially the junior class, the schools should redefine the role of librarians. The librarians should interact with children about the books they have read rather than merely issuing the books. Language teachers, class teachers can also take initiative. They can motivate students. They can interact with the students, discuss with them what books they have read. What is it that they liked about the book? This will definitely motivate the students. They'll find that this habit of theirs is being acknowledged and it has so many benefits. So, definitely, this will nurture the reading habit. It's practically a bit difficult, but not impossible. In my school, we follow the concept of home library. This beautiful concept was introduced by our chief advisor, especially for the primary classes. Keeping in mind the age groups, some good books are selected every year in Hindi, in English, both. Children read these books at home at prescribed times, prescribed month, and later the teacher holds a discussion either in the class or in the library where each child gets to speak something on the book. What did he like about the book? Which was his favorite character? If favorite, then why favorite? The character you did not like, what was it that you did not like about the character? And all this is to develop the reading habit in children. And let me tell you, the children enjoy it. About 2 decades ago, our former director came up with a very unique idea of holding a read and grow contest. This is an inter-school contest which our school holds. Age-appropriate good books on particular theme are chosen. It can be any one author as well. Every year, a new theme or a new author is selected, and contestants, after reading them, appear for a written questionnaire. This is the inter-school contest. But for the same contest, we have many activities which are intra-school, like the poster making, the review writing, the blurb writing, the storytelling. And you see, most of the 21st century skills are covered. Every year, the response to this contest is increasing. Contestants from all over Nagpur come to write the written questionnaire. And the number has gone up to 9,000. In fact, 9,000 plus, I should say. So it's a very popular contest of the city. Then there are many schools who set up book clubs, reading clubs, which is a good practice to develop this reading habit. I should say this is more helpful for children whose families do not value the books much. So, through schools, the role of school becomes very important and very positive here in the lives of such children. And once these children develop the habit, they continue reading. They enjoy reading when they grow up. So it was actually in the school life where this habit was nurtured and it continued once they matured. Coming back to the question as to why people need to read more books. They need to read more books as the books impart immense knowledge. They make one more creative, more confident. They help one in their professional development, take better decisions in life. They keep one updated in these fast changing times. They help one to stay fit and healthy with fewer or no medicines at all. They have the power to transform you into a better human being. They help you control your mood swings and temperament. They give you courage to fight your own battles in life. Above all, they help you to face rejections and failures gracefully. Books truly are a friend, philosopher, and guide to mankind. So, the more books you read, the more you grow holistically. Walt Disney has rightly quoted, "There is more treasure in books than in all the pirates' loot on the treasure island." If you don't read books, then this holds good for you. A person who won't read has no advantage over one who can't read. And would like to end my presentation with this quote: if you don't like to read, probably you haven't found the right book. Thank you. Over to you, Shilpi.
So I was listening to you, every word of yours, because what I found is that, yes, I mean, do you also write? Because you have been so simple in your expression. I did not find anything which with which me or my audience couldn't connect. And all the points that you gave, ma'am, were in such a subtle way, so easy to understand. And there was not something which an ordinary person or student or a teacher or anybody, any layman can connect to it. So I would also like to ask you, how to develop this reading thing in toddlers. Adults, you can gift a book, you can give them, you can even talk to them, discuss with them certain books that they can read, of their choice and interest. But what about toddlers? How do you suggest to develop those reading habits in them?
I think the role of parents is very, very important here. This is something which I've already said in my presentation, but it all depends upon the families. The parents who are listening should understand that they have to sit, read the books, explain the values, explain, and enjoy reading with them.
Yeah.
So the thing is, the child automatically is able to enjoy the story, the characters in the book. And very soon, when he doesn't require the help of the parents, he will start reading. He'll pick up a book on
I
his
believe
own
that is
and
why
they'll enjoy.
instead of encouraging them to watch cartoons and to see television, it would be better if they give a picture book to the child. The fear that he might tear it or he might just spoil it should not be there in a parent's heart. Books are not that expensive these days, and you can buy them. So I believe that is one way of developing that habit in the
Yeah,
children.
and that is what I read, that I did say in my presentation, that parents, like they can buy a gift less, a toy gift less, and
Yeah,
instead replace it with a good book.
right.
Then in school, librarians can play a wonderful role.
Yes.
Just discuss with the students, discuss with the children, and this itself is quite motivating. That yes, there's somebody who's giving me importance. I'm being noticed.
Many
This is so
people,
important.
people who are well known have often said that a book changed my life. you know and
Yeah,
so, yes, so more than anything else, book can also change your life. If you're really feeling low and you pick up something like a Bhagavad Gita, or you pick up
yeah,
any of the other books, more than any person who can give you consolence and solace is a book in your hand. And a book is not judging you. That is the biggest thing. A person whom you are sharing with might judge you, and might give you advices which are not quite suitable to you. But then
yeah, yeah.
books are the best friends, because best friends do not
Yeah.
judge you. So thank
Books
you,
are the
ma'am.
most loyal and constant of man's
Yes,
friends.
yes, books always have time for you. You can
Yeah,
pick up a book from the shelf anytime that you want. Right. So,
it's a
ma'am,
treasure. It's a gift you can open again and again.
yes,
That is another
indeed.
thing.
Yes,
Yes,
indeed.
Shilpi, I would end with that.
There are so many things, so many times you can reread a book. You know,
Yes,
every time that you read, you find something new in it.
something new, open a new door. Every
Yes.
book opens a new world to you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And with that, I would also like to invite you and all my audience who are watching the school head, especially for the 13th Ed Leadership Conference, which is beginning on this January 21st till the 24th. And we have keynote speakers from all over the world, and everybody is participating in it. So it's going to be a very exciting one this time, because it's going to be virtual, which is every year we have it physically, and the guests fly down to our to Getty and in Lucknow. But anyways, we'll make it fun this time too. So, ma'am, I would invite you, and the details I would share with you. And for those
Definitely.
who are curious about it, there is a number which is coming on the banner. So, if you like, you can call on that, or either you can DM me. So, once again, thank you, ma'am, for joining the Disruptive Education
Yes,
Movement, and look forward your presentation
yes.
in leadership. Thank you, ma'am.
So thank you, Shilpi. Thank you, Dr. Sunita